Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the Maf Kast, nigga. I'm your host, JoMaf. You know what I'm saying? Chilling with my nigga Will. Jay Will, say what's up, Jay.
Nigga, you don't tell me what's up, man.
Hey, yo, you cutting up. This nigga be acting up today, dog. This nigga been acting up today, dog. So, anywho, you know what I'm saying? It's a motherfucking tornado outside. You know what I'm saying? You see how they had Al Roker? Did you see that post where they had Al Roker out in the motherfucking in the middle of like a damn tornado? This nigga, you know he old as shit. Yeah. Did you see the picture?
No.
This shit look funny as shit. They was like, why they do him like that? But yeah, it's like a tornado out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Fucked up Annapolis. And we ain't too far from it right now. You know what I mean? So I hope everybody be safe. We was hearing motherfucking sirens like a motherfucker for the last 10 minutes. So my prayers out to everybody that's in need, man. Hope y'all stay strong, dog. You know, I be wondering about niggas that be living in tornado places though. Like how they if I would never want to, if I know this is the spot for tornadoes, I would get up and go. Niggas be like rebuilding over and over again. I'm like, how niggas had that much energy to keep rebuilding at the same spot? I get tired of getting knocked down or have to go through that whole evacuation process and shit. Exactly. They done let niggas out of school early and shit, and all niggas got over here is torrential rain. But like I say, hope niggas is driving safe, even though I know you not. Hope y'all be all right. But what's good with you, Will? You all right?
I'm good.
All right. Same here, dog. Ain't really too much going on through the week, man. It's a lot of fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? I be noticing, like, I be trying not to notice nigga shit, dog. Like, I be trying to stay focused, dog. I be watching shit like Earn Your Leisure. I be watching shit like motherfucking Zoe Williams podcast, man. I try to stay like on a balance, dog. But that fuck shit be entering my phone, dog, my hemisphere, dog, and then I see it, and then I can't unsee it. You know what I mean? I'm motherfucking I'm a fan of Noriega's Drink Champs. Noriega did a podcast with Mickey Fax. Shout out to Mickey Fax. He's really he's building his stock up right now. He's really doing some things since the rap battle with Royce the 5'9", which I declare he is the victor. But he was on the joint. They would start telling this old story about, you know what I'm saying, Wu-Tang about to beat up Joe Budden and shit. Mickey was there, so they was telling the story. So motherfucking Nori was just said, he was saying like a story that he was telling a story that reminded him of his dealings with Wu-Tang and shit, what he heard or whatever. He was talking about how he used the word flunkies. He was like, when he was speaking of the other Wu-Tang, because Wu-Tang had other niggas that was repping the Wu, that was artists too. You know what I'm saying? They just wasn't on the same level as Wu-Tang was, but they was repping the Wu. And Noriega used the word flunky when he was talking about him. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say I can't really repeat verbatim what he said, but the story that he was saying, he used the word like like them flunkies and shit, right? So I think DJ EFN has said the name Shaheem or Mickey said Shaheem, one of them, but they didn't. I don't think they said it in a like they said it was laughter. But I didn't when I was watching this shit, I didn't feel disrespect, even though I'm not the nigga that was talking about, right? But of course, this nigga Shaheem, and if y'all don't know, Shaheem had a little big, I ain't gonna say little, he had a big buzz for a little time, dog. But I always wondered what happened, but I think he had gotten to some legal issues, dog, and he had to sit down for a little while, and that's kind of stunning his progress though, man, because he was in the movies and shit. He was like the Wu-Tang kid, Wu-Tang member and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was fucking with that nigga back then, but now this nigga grown as shit, you know what I'm saying? Grown ass man, and this nigga still, and like I said, this is nigga shit because he's going online talking crazy and shit, talking like, you know what I'm saying? He's feeling disrespected and shit, and how this nigga Nori need to come up off some money and shit or something. Just being real disrespectful, man. So that Nori realized what the momentum was going and the narrative was going, like Nori disrespect Wu-Tang members. So Nori put out an apology. But he put out an apology through, I think this dude, he said he talked to one person and then somebody else so then Shaheem was like, yeah, well, one nigga ain't don't answer for the whole crew. So then he talked to Killer Priest. Well, Nori talked to Killer Priest. And then I think this nigga Shaheem felt some way about Killer Priest talking to Nori. Then he was dissing about that. And I'm like, bruh, this is the thing that was fucking me up as I was watching this shit, because time and time again, niggas let their motherfucking ego fuck them out of an opportunity that be staring at them right in the face. And I'm sitting here watching this shit, and I'm actually seeing my life flash before my eyes watching this nigga's ignorance. I'm thinking to myself, like, God damn, dog. Because like I said, I'm looking at this Gucci Man post the other day. Gucci Man, Charlamagne asked Gucci what's some advice that he would give, you know what I'm saying, upcoming artists. He told a nigga, he said some shit I would never think Gucci would say. This nigga said, he said some advice you would give somebody. He was telling somebody, he said, yeah, well, be nice to as many people as you can. Read books, stay out the way, build a life for you that maintains your peace, and it's just like that. And I was like, wow, did Gucci just tell niggas read books? But it was great information, you know what I'm saying? But it showed the growth. Like, damn, Gucci Man is really, even though the nigga carried Jeezy not too long ago, he still actually showed some growth, dog. And but this nigga Shaheem, dog, he's showing the ills of the jail system, where niggas go to jail and they be stuck in time. They didn't get a chance to mature through life because they've been robbed, whatever they might have done or whatever the system might have done, or both, robbed them of their time and their natural progression to grow. You know what I'm saying? I've had homies that went to jail that did some time and came out, and they the same way I remember them when they went in. You know what I'm saying? Because their minds, even though time has gone, some of them guys still their minds are still stuck on when the police got them off the street. You know what I mean? And I'm seeing the shit through Shaheem, dog, and Shaheem's being so fucking ignorant. And Nori keeps putting out the olive branch like, look, y'all can come on the show, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can do whoop-de-whoop. So then I see, so I'm thinking to myself, Shaheem gonna fuck around, fuck this whole opportunity up. And for real, who would have thought? I would have never thought, niggas, I would have been talking about Shaheem right now doing the podcast. So, my nigga, this could be a very good look for him if he just be humble in the situation. But as it looked like what it led to, it looked like Nori had talked to Shaheem, and it looked like they might have got to a resolution. Because one thing about Nori, like this nigga's show is funny. This nigga is not a show where niggas should be catching offense on shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? This nigga be getting lit and talking shit. His shit is not disrespectful. It's not even intended like that. You know what I mean? But Shaheem, man, like, that's the way you handling that, bro. I hope other brothers, because this nigga even did a post that had Ghostface in the joint. I know Ghostface probably don't even know what's going on. Ghostface living his life. This nigga, and I'm like, dog, Shaheem, bro, like, you could make this work for you, my nigga. Like, you could really go on Drink Champs, be a man, have fun, and maybe an opportunity comes from whatever your personality in Nori's realm attracts. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro. Like, I'm like, he can't see. He's laughing at his man because he's like, yo, he's happy he talked to Nori. I'm like, nigga, why you, bro? I'm like, you clearly are feeling hurt. That's the thing about niggas. I realize that it's hard for us just to be like, hey, bro, my feelings is hurt. That shit be hard for us, dog. That shit is like acid, nigga, drinking acid. Like, we will fight, Nigga, we will do whatever before we say, hey man, my feelings is hurt right quick. Let me gather my feelings up right quick. Niggas will never admit that shit. I done seen the worst things, and I have done the worst things of feelings being hurt, my nigga. And didn't even know it until the smoke cleared. Like, oh, that's what I just did. But shout out to Noyd for continuously being an olive branch, dog. Like, he didn't even take the bait, you know what I'm saying, and just go with it. He just stayed positive, and he was an example of how you should handle shit in a masculine, mature way. You know what I mean? And I respect that. So shout out to you, Noyd. Shaheem, we got to do better. But motherfucking in other crazy news, Fat Joe, this nigga Cuban Link put out a motherfucking, I don't know if he doing a pod or whatever, or he was blogging, whatever, but somehow this nigga posted up some supposed alleged informant papers on Fat Joe, right? And he's now in Cuban Link's defense, he said that he don't know about the authenticity of the joint, right? But if you just look at the shit, it looked like a nigga typewriter that shit, dog. Like, it looked like a nigga got that shit from an old ass old ass typewriter or something, bro. Like, they don't make papers like this no more. Like, this is an old Xerox, bro. Like, what is this nigga doing? And I'm sitting here like, and my woman was watching this shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, she was like, somebody said they got papers on Fat Joe. Now I'm in the world like Will just told me a minute ago. I don't put nothing past nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, oh, for real. As I'm looking at this nigga's paper, I'm like, nah, boy, ain't no papers on Fat Joe. He's still solid. I'm like, this nigga's a weirdo putting papers on a fucking Xerox paper on the internet, trying to get people to believe this shit just because you hate a nigga. And I'm like, bro, how low can you be to try to? Because my whole thing about hate, my nigga, everybody has hated on somebody, my nigga. If it is an indirect way or a direct way, or you just had the feeling. You know what I'm saying? You've experienced hating on somebody, so I'm not going to condemn niggas for being on that side of the fence, right? But as you mature, you're supposed to be able to have some type of discernment and some type of maturity to understand that if you feel some sort of hate about somebody, my nigga, that's just a telling sign about something about yourself. It ain't even about the other motherfucker. So it's like, if you can't, like, you got to be able to see that. If not, you're going to make yourself look like an idiot, like this nigga Cuban Links, nigga. This nigga look fucking crazy. Trying to make niggas believe that this nigga Fat Joe is a snitch off those papers, nigga. That shit was ridiculous, dog. It reminded me back when I used to Xerox my motherfucking report cards and shit, change my report card grade, and pass that shit off to my parents, change them D's to B's and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy, dog. I couldn't believe that they believed that then. And I'm like, damn. But like I said, we in a world of make-believe where if the story is good, people will tell themselves that they saw something that they didn't even see. For example, motherfucking Donda dropped. Willa was excited. Dog, Donda finally drops. Or did it drop or did it leak? Did it drop or did it leak, bro?
Because if it really leaked, wouldn't it be taken down?
Not necessarily, because once it's up, it's up, and once it's up, it's stuck. Ain't that what they say? Ain't that what they say? Ain't that what they say? So I don't know, but rumor is it's leaked, but it seems like it's out. But I listened to the shit. Willa said some of the most disrespectful shit I've heard about this album already. You want to say what you said to me?
I couldn't get past the first song, the intro.
And if y'all don't understand, the intro was the man just saying his mama's name. his mama's name, dog. Will's so disrespectful. He couldn't get past. He couldn't just say, "Okay, I understand that. I'm gonna let that go and go to song 2." He just was disrespectful with, "Oh, fuck this. We know his name, Donda." Disrespectful. Dog. Yeah, put your head down. This hat says "just God." That's a damn shame, boy. But dog. So I listened to it. I listened to it with my queen, right? We share the AirPods. You take one, I take one, right? The second song, I think Jay-Z was on that joint. I'm like, okay, him and Jay-Z is back together. Okay. Didn't like the beat, didn't like the angle of the song, but just I can imagine the excitement of people hearing Jay and Ye back together, right? So, okay, cool. Couple of songs after that, I started thinking to myself, what am I doing here? What am I like? What am I doing here? More so, why am I not excited? Like, all these songs seem sad to me. And not sad like, oh, I'm miserable, but it seemed like a little gospel-y. It was a little gospel-y, and he had niggas that you probably wouldn't hear speak gospel-y on some beats that was subparish. But we listened to 1, 2, 3. We went all the way to, I think, 19, 18. And out of that, what I heard so far, I only dug 3 of them joints. 3. And I'm going to go back and listen to the rest tonight. But you know what it made me realize, though, dog? It made me realize that Kanye is on a level where, and I'm not even, and I'm actually downgrading his level by saying this, but other than Michael Jackson, after Michael Jackson, the only person that I ever saw that had this type of crazy fans that the nigga can do anything musically, almost like Pootie Tang, he can do anything and motherfuckers gonna love it, was R. Kelly. At one point, R. Kelly was just doing anything and niggas was loving it. We didn't know he was really doing anything. We really didn't know he was doing all that shit he was doing, but the shit he was doing musically, some of that shit, we was like, anybody else you would have heard that, you're like, oh, that's trash. But when it's R. Kelly, we love it. No bullshit. But this nigga Ye is on that times 10. He's on that level times 10. This nigga he done created himself to be the Michael Jackson of this time. And not talent-wise, but hysteria-wise. This nigga knows how to make people want to give him their money, nigga. Bro, hey, bro, I don't want to.
Bro, you seen that's clear. The shoes.
Bro, oh my God, the shoes. Oh my God.
The only thing I didn't see yet is.
You talking about the Passion of Christ 6s?
Yep. The only thing I didn't see yet is people walking around in 80-degree weather with hoodies.
It's coming. Motherfucker, that nigga put out the Bethlehem 6s out this motherfucker, dog. And I know I can't wait to see a nigga with them joints, dog. I'm gonna ask, like, how your foot feel for real? But, dog, he already made his money off this album before the album even dropped. Just off of merch and stadium shit. He made his money. He made his money, dog.
I'm just confused, bro. Because did you see all the responses from other celebrities saying they took his songs off?
Bro, so
That's why I'm confused.
So I'm listening to this shit. Now I'm saying to myself, why he take Soulja Boy off? Now, because I'm listening to some of them joints, bro. I ain't gonna say I don't want to call this shit. I don't want to call this shit trash, bro. And the reason why I don't want to call it trash is because I have accepted that there's a certain sound of music that I can't get into, and it's that singing, rapping shit. I can't really get into it like the new era is into it. You know what I'm saying? And so I kind of like, I've accepted that I don't have the ear for that. You know what I'm saying? So what I do is I kind of just lean to the consensus with it. Because I'm all if you just ask me over and over again, it's gonna sound like I'm hating. I'm like, oh, that shit trash. It ain't. It's just not really for me. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like Kanye is so fucking big, bro, that this nigga put out the fucking Batman sign out in the sky, and every artist flew. It came to where he was at, and gave him a verse, dog. And it was like all he did was paste the verses on whatever beats that he wanted and did him.
Like an audition, pretty much.
It was like a motherfucking soundtrack, nigga. It was like, and I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, he could have left Soulja Boy on the joint. Then I see that Chris Brown called him a hoe.
Yeah.
I said, dog, you took Chris Brown off the song, nigga? You really tripping, bro? Like, you tripping. Breezy told him you tweaking, bruh. I'm like, first, and I'm gonna tell you, when I first had heard like niggas with other artists that got taken all the response, I was like, I didn't really have. I was like, why are they so mad? But other than I understood that it was gonna be a great payday, you know what I'm saying? But when I heard the CD, I'm like, oh yeah, those niggas was good enough to be on that shit too, bro. Like, come on. I'm actually I'm hoping that Benny the Butcher is on one of the last 8 that I'm about to hit later on, because the joint that he got Griselda on, it just seemed like he got West Side Gun and Conway the Machine, but he ain't got Benny on it, dog. So I'm wondering, did he take Benny off? But I like that song. I like how West Side Gun sound on that joint. But I'm not really like, I like how Dirk sound on the joint, but I'm not feeling this shit, bro. And I'm not understanding. But like I say, I get that he's that much of a superstar that people just gonna have a reaction, whether it's good or bad. The fact that they want to pay attention to him, he knows how to translate that into money. You know what I mean? He know how to monetize that. And I gotta give him that on that nigga, and that he's a fucking genius. Now, the one thing that was coming to my mind when I was listening to it, I was like, after the first 10 joints, I was like, why you ain't talking about where's this mama shit? Like, this nigga, the first 7, 9 joints, this nigga, he was talking real Bible-ish, but I'm like, did he name it Don? Shouldn't this be like some songs about his mom? But then I heard that he did have like a little. I like that he put a speech that she had did on one of those tracks. I like I said, but I've seen people now got to the point where, because they had heard 4 songs that they like, well, you know, it was all right. It wasn't that good. I'm like, my nigga, this is Kanye. We supposed to be blown the fuck away. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, dog, I'm not even merely amused by the shit, dog. And I'm like, I'm asking all the young niggas I come across. I'm like, hey, my nigga, you listen to the shit? I ain't heard that one young nigga vouch for this shit yet. You know what I'm saying? And but I just will say, yeah, you a motherfucking superstar. This nigga probably can do this shit again this year. He probably can say the real album is coming out at Christmas and shit. But like the homie said at the job, he was like, dog, now he said, this nigga that made me motherfucker say, I can't wait for Drake album to come out. And I said, yeah, no bullshit. Let me find out this nigga motherfucker is actually promoting Drake by this dud. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure he made his money. So he made it before the album dropped. So I'm pretty sure the album dropped, and I'm pretty sure he made even more money. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. I know he toasting some way. He ain't tripping. He ain't tripping on the niggas that's not giving him the roses he want, the flowers he want. But so I seen something on, and like I say, I gotta get a little segment for this shit, because I be scrolling. And when I be scrolling on my IG timeline, bro, I always see like and this is the reason why I got off of Facebook, because Facebook is wordy. Motherfuckers are so quick to tell you type how they feel. And I don't be wanting to be reading motherfuckers' feelings all the time. Nigga, just put a picture up and I like it, keep it going and shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I done got tired of that, so I'm not really on Facebook like that. So I go on Instagram and shit. So I scroll, but now motherfuckers is trying to use certain times now to tell you how they feel and shit. And this chick was she said, and I said to the Will shit. She said, guys that say they don't want to be in a relationship but still expect relationship benefits need to understand that this is confusing and it's actually abuse. And it was a meme, and then it was a chick that was talking in front of the projection of the meme, and she was motherfucking trying to explain this. Like, yes, this is abuse. And I was sitting here like, what the fuck? And I sent it to Will, and I'm like, bro, this got to stop, bro. This got to stop. And the reason why I say it's got to stop, bro, it's getting crazy now when motherfuckers are now stretching the fucking the goalposts of what the fuck abuse is, dog. We know what abuse is now. It's physical, it's verbal. You know what I'm saying? They even say you can money abuse somebody by controlling them with money. Okay, all right, man. I got you. But though we can't just sit here and allow this new era to pick everything that they think a guy does and vilify it without any type of accountability of the person that this hypothetical guy is dealing with. So this motherfucking let's just break this down. First and foremost, because this nigga Will, he was like, listen, man, you don't want a guy. If you had a daughter, you don't want a guy to be treating your daughter like that. I was like, hey, nigga, shut up. I said, hey, if I had a daughter, I would teach my daughter to value herself more than whatever a man that she's dealing with, or even a man on earth can desire her. Make sure her value for herself outweighs a man's desire for her. Don't ever change that shit because a nigga wants you, because that don't mean shit. And I wish that men can be able to balance being able to empower their women and also let them know the power of their femininity too. It's not just being aggressive when they're on the defense. It's also knowing how to play the offense too when you don't have to be on it, when you don't have to pad your guard up no more. You know what I'm saying? But before we even get there, let's just go to the line number one. If a nigga say he don't want a relationship, that's what it is. What the fuck is wrong? Bro, time and time again. Nobody has changed nobody. I haven't seen nobody change nobody. Have you? Well, I haven't seen nobody change nobody. I've seen people try. I've seen people die trying. I've seen people lose hair trying. But my nigga, you don't have the power to change nobody but yourself. So if a motherfucker say man or woman, because niggas be doing this shit too, trying to play the friend game until they can get into the end game. And it's like, my nigga, if the bitch don't want you on day one, she ain't gonna want you on day 120. Fuck is wrong with you? And if you think, and if you want to play that long haul game, just know it's gonna be a lot of miles in that car before you get on it. So, motherfucker, but dog, it's no abuse if you listen to what the person is saying. The person say, look, I don't want no motherfucking relationship. And then she says relationship benefits. What the fuck does that mean? Let's break that down. We know what she means by that. But this is the mindset that we got to start shattering within each other. Relationship benefits, Slim. What you're saying in a nutshell is that this nigga is trustworthy and responsible, and you're mad that you can't tie yourself down to that. That's really what she's saying. It's no relationship benefits. Listen, if we fucking and you ask me, am I fucking somebody else? And I'm like, no. But I told you I don't want to be with you. All this is still true. It's not no fucking game. I'm not playing no game with you. What's wrong with these chicks, dog? A chick would think that you playing with her because you be nice to her. You be hospitable to her. You'll be humane to her. You know what I'm saying? You actually laugh and joke watching the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like she actually can fall asleep and not wake up with you on top of her. You know what I'm saying? She would think like, oh shit. But then this nigga don't want to be with me. He just playing. He's been hurt. I have to show him that he don't have to be hurt around me. Bitch, stop it. The only abuse is the shit you're doing to yourself. But we can never get there. Because you know what's crazy? You know what I realized, dog? That a man can never tell a woman that she's crazy. A man can, not even that she's crazy, because I don't want to be stereotypical. I don't want to be cliche. A man just can't, a woman is not going to allow a man to tell her that she's wrong about nothing. I don't give a fuck if she's really wrong. She will fight you down and then walk away knowing that she was wrong, but come back and try to make it right. She will not say, like, I'm sorry I was wrong. Like, that ain't happening, my nigga. If you do got that, you got a motherfucking unicorn. You got to keep that motherfucker away from the world. I'm trying to tell you. Both of y'all get all social media now. Nigga, but I was like, bro, when I saw this post, because the girl who I saw the post, I'm like, damn, I know this chick too, dog. I'm like, son, I know that this is a telltale sign why I know why you're alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this is what your mindset is, I know why you're alone. It's clear why you're alone. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like to judge people like that, bro, but a lot of times, especially females that be alone and they be looking, if you listen to them, you can see why they alone, my nigga. Like, it don't be hard. It don't be hard to really figure out. You be like, oh, she's kind of slow. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she's trifling. You know what I'm saying? But before we move further, dog, I just gotta drop this out there, dog, because this nigga gotta be stopped, bro. This nigga gotta be stopped. This nigga Trick Daddy, bro. Trick Daddy gotta be stopped, bro. I'm for real. Trick Daddy has to be stopped. I don't know what this, and I'm not saying this to be mean, but didn't this nigga have lupus? Like, I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying, why is this nigga? But see, this shows me that thug shit has always been some bullshit. That's what that shit shows me. That one of the most finesse things that niggas have ever bought into that never knows nothing to begin with was that thug shit. Because niggas claim that they are hardcore. Oh my God, they claim that they so tough. And they do some of the most felonious things behind closed doors. Bruh, Trick Daddy already started years ago when he went on Drink Champs and he was talking about eating bitches' booties, right? That shit took him by storm. I swear. After he said it, it was almost like bitches started demanding this shit. Like, bitches started saying, you gonna start eating my ass. And niggas like, okay. And it was like, it started to become a household thing. Like, if you ain't eating ass, bitch looking at you like you crazy. It's like, no, bitch, I'm hygienic. Go in the shower. Let's go in the shower. But I saw you just ate McDonald's. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But I'm just saying. But Trick Dad, yeah. So Trick Dad, he goes back on Drink Champs talking to Nord. And he's talking about he started the Eat a Booty gang. He's back on this campaign. I guess because it was such a hit for him before, why not try it again? You know what I'm saying? It's like when a one-hit wonder, like he tries a new song, that shit don't work. Let's go back to this is how we do it. But motherfucking Trick Daddy says, yeah, not only did she I eat her booty, but she eat mine too. Whoa, Trick Daddy, you just took it a whole nother level. He took it a whole nother level. This nigga Nori says, he says, yeah, but you don't be laying down with your legs up, right? Trying to throw him a little bit of bail. A little bit of bail. That nigga said it depends. Bruh. Hey, bruh, listen to me, bruh. Listen to me, bruh. Listen to me, bruh. I'm afraid of what tomorrow is going to bring now after this shit. Because I told you what he's a couple years ago, he said, yeah, I eat bitches' ass, and all of a sudden the world said, yes, this is a new thing. You have to do this. Dog, let me tell you, I don't want to be a part of this new wave. If this is the new wave, I don't want no parts of it. Listen, I'm not even going to put my homie name out there. I'm not even going to put my homie name out there. But my homie, I was talking to that nigga one time, and I was about this subject. And I was like, bruh, niggas that do this shit right here, it's kind of weird to me. It's kind of that, it's to me, I think it's like niggas straddling that fence of motherfucking the uncharted waters that he ain't supposed to go to, that you don't come back from. And the nigga was like, nah, nigga. Nah, ain't nothing wrong with that, nigga. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with bitch eating blood. I'm like, nigga, you do that shit too? He was like, man. I'm like, bruh, that's not even cool, bruh. I'm like, I said, bruh, you be sitting there at that joint. I said, you be bent over with a bitch eating, facing your shit. He like, nah, nigga, I do it like a man. I stand up. I'm like, stand up? Like, nigga, that's even worse. I'm like, nah, bro. I can't, nah. I said, ain't no woman face, no hands, no parts of her body is gonna touch the inside of my butt, nigga. It ain't gonna happen. But see, these niggas done got in their mind, if it's a girl doing anything to them, it ain't gay. My nigga, I want to stop that. I want to stop that right now. You know when you being violated. I don't give a fuck if it's a woman or not. You know when you being violated. Some of these niggas, because I'm gonna tell you, bro, it's even hard watching porn now. Pause. It's let me rewind that. It's difficult watching porn because niggas now, that's your norm now in the porn. Bitches just be eating niggas' ass, and I be like, turn it off. I can't look at that. I can't look at it. It's destructive to my eyesight, bruh. I don't even know why. I don't even get the allure. I don't even get why. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see the effects of booty eating down the line, like 10 years. Because I don't think this is still new. I don't think they was booty eating back in the 1980s. I don't think so. Bro. I really don't. I think this shit's a new way. I think we're gonna see the effects hygienically. And next 10, 20 years, we're going to see it's going to be a lot of brown tooth motherfuckers. It's going to be a lot of brown tooth motherfuckers out here, and they ain't going to know what to do. Hey, real shit, my nigga, kill that bug right there, my nigga. That spider right there. No, it's behind that. It's behind the chair. Yeah, get that nigga, man. That nigga, yeah. That nigga, that's some real shit. You see we in the trap. You see we in the trap. Yeah, that was a motherfucker. That's why I said that get that nigga. That nigga got to go. Appreciate that nigga. So anywho, so I'm scrolling again online, you know what I'm saying? Doing what I do, scroll. I see this little post of this rapper named Nardo. Nah, I think it's not. I think it's Nardo. No, it was rapper Nardo something, but he was a youngin, and he reminded me of myself. He had posted something. He was telling a story about how when he was starting his rap career, you know what I'm saying, really take it serious, take it to the next level. I would presume he was saying that he got a big family. So what he said was he asked 10 of his family members for $100 a piece to help him fund them, and that he was going to get them when things pop off for him, right? So now let's do the math. 10 people, right? 100. So that's 10 and 100. So that's what's that? 1,000. Was that what she was asking for? 10 and 100 is 1,000, right? He was asked for $1,000, right? He said his parents gave him some, and he said two family members out the 10 gave some, and everybody else, I guess they just ignored him or just didn't do it, right? And he said now that he's blew up to it to where he's getting it. He said the two people who looked out for him, and they ain't never got to worry about shit. He got them. But he said, he was surprised that you could look on his face that he was still kind of salty about the people that didn't. And time and time again, we be seeing posts that people be saying, yeah, you're not going to get rich by your family, or you're going to get rich by people you don't know, or it's going to be people that you don't know that's going to support you more than your family. We always see people talk like that, right? But guess what? It's the truth. It's the truth. And I don't know if it's natural or if it's because we've been so fucked up by the system, you know what I'm saying, by slavery and the system and everything, that all of the drama and the trauma that it brought, that we don't know how to come together for anything other than somebody's demise or a fucking crate challenge. We don't know how to come together for shit. And I too felt like that back in the day when I was starting my thing. You know what I'm saying? I remember I would post things and family that I follow wouldn't like it or share it or nothing, right? And I remember I went to a family reunion, and motherfuckers, when they saw me, the first thing they would say, everybody that would see me would say, hey man, I saw your rap video, man. Hey man, I see your rap video. Now keep in mind, I didn't get a like, a reshare, a comment, nothing, right? And I see on their page they know how to do these things. So I'm like, what is it about them where they'll see it, but they won't support it in no kind of way, right? Now, maybe one or two, like Nardo said, maybe one or two did. But for the most part, it would seem like a no-brainer when you see somebody is talented in something. You know what I mean? Especially being family. And but I remember I was telling my father, at the time, I was like, man, it's fucked up that, these motherfuckers don't support me on my shit, because, it's a no-brainer. And my father told me, hey man, you can't be worried about that shit. You can't be letting that shit affect you. People are going to be people. They're going to pay. They're going to focus on themselves. Now, once you get hot, then they'll focus on you and say they always been there. But you always know what's real. But when you young, it's hard to fathom that, especially when you the one that's in the midst of trying to make something happen. You be looking at side by side, and you be seeing people that will like. You would see motherfuckers that would go out their way to share people's shit that they don't know from Adam, nigga. And you be like, nigga, we smoke together. What the fuck? But when I saw that, though, I was like, we gotta realize that I think we gotta do both things. We gotta do better as family. And we also gotta realize that family has a lot of trauma, bro. Family got a lot of trauma, and because we don't heal together, we be healing on our own terms, in our own ways. It'd be hard for us to come together and be unified. It's just hard. So when we all fucked up mentally, truth be told, I'm just being honest. If we was all mentally healthy, emotionally sound, it would be a no-brainer. We'd be all kumbaya like a motherfucker. But clearly, we got a lot of issues. Not all, but a lot. You know what I'm saying? We got issues, dog, but we gotta do better as far as family. But we also gotta realize that because of the state we in, we can't put no expectation on nobody to support you better than yourself. Facts. You can't, especially being black. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here watching fucking Jake Paul have a whole fucking community behind this nigga. And this nigga said he beat this nigga Tyrone Woodley. I didn't even watch the bullshit. You watch the shit? I didn't even watch the bullshit. But this nigga talking about, yeah, he retired. I'm like, nigga, he's not even a real boxer. Why? How do you retire from not being a real boxer? Nigga, you fought niggas that didn't. This shit is a game, my nigga. But I'm like, but I say he got the community behind him. They gonna support the nigga, and they're catapulting him in ways that we've never seen by this nigga just existing, being a face for. He's being a face for mainstream America. You know what I'm saying? And they loving that shit. But yeah, man, though, that's just how it is, dog. And everybody coming up, dog, trying to do something, man. Don't be hurt because you feel like family not fucking or not giving you the love that you would give them, dog. Don't be hurt because that shit is how life is. Yeah, you be wasting energy. Just double that energy in yourself, dog, and watch and reap the benefits from that. Don't fuck all that love. They'll jump on when it's time for them to jump on. But you'll know how far to take them when they try to jump on. You know what I mean? But oh man, you see the IG model, the girl that got killed, man. But do you know the story behind that? Because it's just been like really murky. I've heard different things. Like I've heard, I forgot, man. I think her name was Miss Mercedes Moore. Yeah. Rest in peace to her. She was murdered. It seems she was murdered by look like a Latin dude. I mean, I don't even want to, out of respect for her family, I don't even want to get into the details or anything because I don't know no details. Ain't nothing been verified, bro. It's been just, I heard he's a stalker. I heard that just crazy shit, but I ain't heard nothing that motherfucking was substantial. But it's crazy. It blew my mind because I followed her for a while, bro. Like, and I've always admired her beauty because she was one of the women that I felt like she didn't need much to be beautiful. Now, I don't know if she got nip tucked or none of that, but I'm just saying it just seemed like she didn't need a lot to be beautiful. She was just gorgeous. And you hate to see a beautiful woman, especially a black woman, but a woman, period. You know what I'm saying? Be murdered like that, man. But one thing I will say is that, like I told my queen, that in this day and age, dog, people are hurting, bro. And you know, the rappers is bait, and always and more so now. If you think about it, a lot more rappers are getting killed and robbed, and it's a sign of the times of the times that society's in. But look, when the rappers become hard to get, who you think people gonna go after that? They're gonna go after the IG chicks. Cause they the ones also stunting like rappers. So like y'all IG chicks out there wearing those motherfucking rollies and the motherfucking chains, hey, showing y'all bags, showing y'all whips. Hey, be careful, man. Be really careful because the world it's not a hate against women. The world is starving. People out here losing their jobs, man. People out here don't know how they're going to feed their families. Motherfuckers is trying to take what they feel like has been taken from them. So I'm saying just be careful, ladies. Rest in peace again to Shorty, Miss Mercedes Moore. You know what's a weird thing about following somebody that passed is that I don't even know how. Do you unfollow them after? Like I'm not trying to be rude enough, but I had a couple people that passed. I still follow them. It's like I feel I don't want to unfollow them. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even like I know them, but I just out of respect, I just still follow them. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I done blocked family members, but I still follow people that pass. Ain't that some shit? Yeah. That's some crazy shit. I had a motherfucking epiphany the other day. And it was funny. And I couldn't believe that Marlon Wayans watching this nigga stand up first 5 minutes gave me an epiphany with my woman the question of a lifetime that I had to give my woman, and it all came from watching this nigga stand up, and I wasn't even enjoying it. But the nigga, the first 5 minutes, I'm sitting with my queen, right? We watched the motherfucker stand up. I cut it on because I cut on Lil Rel got a stand up that's on TV now too, right? So I looked, that shit was jive funny. So I saw Marlon Wayne's got a joint, cut it on. So the first 5 minutes, this nigga's talking about kids on the block that got outie belly buttons, right? So this nigga pulled his pants down and showed part of his ass first 5 minutes. So my woman grabbed the remote and said, I ain't watching this shit, cut it off. I said, true? I said, that's how you feel? She said, if you gotta show your ass the first 5 minutes, that you ain't talented. And I said, so baby, what would you say to a young lady that's beautiful that just turned 18 and she's like, I'm not doing anything that's going to use my brain. I'm just going to show my ass. I'm like, maybe get OnlyFans, maybe just do something just showing ass. Would you say that those girls aren't talented? She said, oh, that's different. I said, no, it's not. You just said this nigga didn't have to show his ass first 5 minutes. If he's doing that, then he can't be talented. Well, you done why these bitches out here can show their ass and it's all great. They talented motherfucker, right? She looked at me. She walked off. That's when I knew I had a point. That's when I knew I had a point, because I told her she would never tell me I'm right, and she would never tell me she's wrong. But she walked off, and that was all the victory I needed. You hear me? But yeah, I'm not really a fan of. I'm a fan of the Wayans as a family, but Marlon stand-up don't really be hitting me.
He's supposed to be dating somebody. I forgot who right now. It's another celebrity.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up for him. Last but not least, I saw another post that, like I say, this is the nigga shit that I'm realizing that thug shit is some bullshit. That thug shit is the most pussy shit that niggas done involved themselves in, dog. Like, I'm watching this nigga named it was like a little clip. It went viral. Supercharged Kevin was talking to this other guy, and they was talking about this police gang called Red Dogs that you had to be careful for because they'd fuck you up and all that. But it wasn't what they were saying. It was how they were talking about it that made me realize how much pussy we are as a community. These niggas, if you see the motherfucking post, these niggas is talking almost in fear and adoration of these crooked cops that they would say that would harass them and in the projects and will beat them up and fuck them up if they catch them. None of them niggas ever talked about what they would do to them, how they would fuck them up. Every time they were talking about it, they were talking about how they would run, how they had to stand still, how they would had to watch out for them and all this shit. And I said to myself, you know, I don't even think that we see how pussy we are, because he would that conversation, he would never say, them niggas around the corner, when they came around, when you saw niggas around the corner, you had to stand still. And then when you saw niggas corner, you had to run from that nigga. Nah. A nigga would never talk about another nigga in that type of fear and adoration. Like they was talking about the fucking cops, bro. And I'm like, why? I'm not saying to do anything to the cops. I'm saying if you know that you will kill your brother, or not even your brother, you will kill a nigga that shares your melanin, but yet you will run and say, yes, sir, no, sir, to these motherfuckers who is a real terror, to our community, well, real terror to our history, put it like that. And you don't think that that's pussy. That's crazy to me. Niggas waste their time trying to argue if Danny is a snitch or not. Instead of asking themselves, is niggas bitches in the way they move in their day-to-day anyway? Like, this is the thing about manhood that niggas don't understand. You're not a man just because you got a dick. And you're not a man just because you turn 18. No, you a man once you start accepting the responsibilities that come with you existing on this planet, my nigga. Because in every facet of life, you are going to accept a certain level of responsibilities. When you're a kid, you probably got some chores. When you get up, when you grow up, you got some school shit you gotta do. You gotta maintain some type of shit at home. Once you start paying bills, you got you got kids, you got things you're gonna have responsibilities, dog. What makes you a man is how you handle that and this thing called life. It don't make you a man because you can destroy some shit. You know what I'm saying? It don't make you a man because you can sit there and sound cool when you talking about something stupid. And that's the shit that I get tired of us niggas about. We are the best at sounding cool about some stupid shit. No bullshit. No bullshit. That milk, if the milk crate challenge don't show you that shit, nothing will. But I'm saying, bro, like, niggas gotta do better, bro. Because it's a lot of shit that niggas be talking and they think they sound like they tough. But really, dog, you be sounding like a bitch, bro. You be sounding sweet. And I be hating that shit, bro. I'm like, niggas just gotta see that the things that we think make us tough don't make us tough, bro. It don't make us tough at all. And I ain't telling niggas to go to school and go get a job. I ain't like that. I'm just saying, hey, nigga, if you sitting there saying that I run from the cop. I'm not even looking at them because they come out there and fuck you up. And I'm like, but if a nigga come and look at you wrong, you be willing to kill him. You be willing to leave your family for years to murder this nigga because he looked at you wrong in front of your homies. It don't add up to me, bro. Like, what is gangster, bro? Like, I hate that term, gangster. I hate that because the real gangster is the motherfuckers that's telling your ass what to do every day on this goddamn TV. You know what I'm saying? These are the real gangsters, the motherfuckers that got you thinking you in some goddamn democracy. Like you in some place that, I can't wait for the next couple of years. I'm going to vote. You know, I had a homeboy that told me the other day, bro, and I ain't going to put his name out there neither. But he told me the other day, he said, you know what? I finally realized that shit is all some bullshit. That Republican and Democrat shit is all some bullshit. I've been telling this nigga this shit for years, nigga. I've been telling this nigga this shit for years. I didn't even hit him with the I told you so, nigga. I was just like, true. But I'm like, it took Rome to fall for you to fucking realize, this shit is all a fucking game, nigga. They playing with us. They playing with our life. But anywho, this has been real. This has been another episode of the Maf Kast. And I holler at y'all. Easy.